Hey, everybody, be fruitful and multiply. Hey. I hope you had a great 4th of July. Well, this podcast today is going to talk to you about getting out here with your ideas. Stop wasting your ideas and be fruitful and multiply. It's going to be the topic today. So, yes, I'm a little excited because I'm glad to be here another day. So, a lot of people didn't make it. So, I have another chance to share my gifts with the world or for those that are listening to me. So, hey, that's what we're going to have to do, people. We're going to have to stop wasting our ideas and be fruitful and multiply. And I know you've heard this before. Yeah. Everybody quote this from the Bible. It says in Genesis 1:28, be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth and subdue it and rule over the fish of the sea and over the birds of the air. So anyway, that's what God says. But I want to tap into a little bit, just give it from my perspective here. I just want to tell, hey, whoever that is giving me love there, thank you so much. Want to say to you, your ideas, your gifts, your talents, your skills, you can be fruitful with them, and yes, you can multiply them. Let me explain. Let me break it down to you a little bit. Now, I know you have gifts and talents. You've gotten your education. A lot of you, you have skills and you've gone to school, you've gone to college, you got your degrees and whatever. Okay. You got a nice resume. You all have a beautiful, outstanding, marvelous, just productive resume. Okay. That resume of yours can just move the world, shake the world, but it's not shaking your purpose. It's not shaking and moving the needle on what God has put you here to do on this earth. Now, some of your skill sets is, yes, for the marketplace, but they can be for your marketplace. They can be for you to present in the marketplace in a special way for as yourself. Now, I'm not saying that you have to just shift in the middle of the air, leave your job or shift your whole entire life in order to be able to do this. But no, you can simultaneously work and build a business at the same time. You have 24 hours in a day, and I know we need at least 6 to 8 hours of sleep, but you got some time in there to do some stuff, at least at some part of during the whole week. Okay, 7 days in a week. It's all about perspective and it's all about managing your time. Okay. Now, what I want to say to you is your ideas is just a whole different ball game. It ain't on your resume because you haven't seen, your ideas is something it's inspiring. It's coming up. You out here and moving around. You're seeing things. You're going places. Your environment has changed. You see things. You say, aha. You get an aha moment on something. Yeah, that's your ideas. That's that futuristic thing or idea. Maybe you've had an idea for years and years and years, and you just hadn't really thought about putting it into action yet, or you just didn't know how to put it in action. But I'm going to say to you, there's a space and a place, because if it's in your mind, 9 times out of 10, God gave it to you to do something with it. And I get it. You may not know what to do with it. Well, this is why I'm here to help you push the dream and help you make it happen. Okay. So what I would suggest that you do is get in a quiet place, talk to God, whoever you talk to. I talk to God, and I think that, he would give you more downloads and more clarity of how you should specifically, how that vision need to come together. It's not going to be a complete picture, because I've had this to happen to me before. It's not going to be complete, but it's going to be the idea to get you to the end. You're going to possibly be able to see the end of where you want to be, but that in between space, I understand. It's like, darn, how am I going to get there? Right. So I know you're going to feel that. So what I would suggest that you do, take some time to just get clear on that thought, on that vision of how okay, what he want me to do. And then you got to reverse engineer it, meaning look at the end goal of it and just say, okay, because when you look at it, you hear people say reverse engineering. When you do that, let me tell you what it does. It helps you to kind of see how you're going to put it in place when you have someone like me to coach you along the way, or to help you, or to, give you some strategies to get there. You could, all the pieces will come together, because 9 times out of 10, that end goal is going to require you possibly getting business structure set up. Correct. It's going to possibly require you to get your if you need employees, it's gonna, you're gonna have to do that. It's gonna, the funding is gonna have to come in. Which stage and phase that's gonna have to come in? What are you gonna need to make this happen? All of these things have some in between things like tools, what you're gonna need exactly, what kind of stationery for its office supplies. Are you going to need a building, or you're going to need a brick and mortar? You're going to be able to do this remotely. However, those are the things that I'm talking about. That's what I say when people say reverse engineer it. You see that end goal, but then you got to in between that. Okay, how am I going to get there? What is this entail? And there's going to be projects along the way that you're going to have to manage yourself to get there. There's going to be micro projects that you're going to have to do. Like for instance, if you want to, hey, I want to start a nonprofit to help people educate, let's say to help educate our young men. So there's going to be some marketing that's going to come in between that before you get there. Okay, how are you going to reach these young men? Who are you going to talk to? You're going to have to compose letters. You're going to have to, is it going to be, you're going to do government contracts with other schools and reach out to different programs? How is that going to look once you get to that very end, right? So that's when you see that, then you start reversing engineering it, getting the project together to make that happen. That's all that is. Okay. So, and with that being said, you will have all these other things. These external forces, these external things are going to come in your way, and you're going to want to give up. Everything is going to get chaotic, because you would have changed the trajectory of your normal day-to-day, your familiarity of what you're doing now. And it's going to be so chaotic for you. Personal life can go out hooray. Your children, your love life, whatever, things in your finances. People can start tugging and pulling on you, especially when they see you're moving and going in places that you've never been before, and they can get a little jealous, and they can get a little envy, and then you can have this and that. It can be so many problems coming at you in all different directions. But this why you have to, from the beginning, you have to work on you. You have to work on your personal development. You have to work on your relationship with God. You have to read your word, know those scriptures, know the warfare scriptures. I'm going to tell you what you need to do. This just came to me, and I do this myself. Come up with those scriptures that are warfare scriptures. Maybe I can, I post some up, and maybe I can create a little ebook for you and just give you some. That's what I do. I put that on my to-do list today. Let me write it down right now. Okay. Yeah, warfare. Let me see. Yeah, warfare scriptures. And then what you do is you meditate on them and you read them. And so when things come up in your way, guess what you do? You go back to that, and that help you along the way. It'll help you to deal with things. It'll help you to just, because everything is, look, things are not going to be things that are worth us having. They're not going to come easy. There's going to always be something in the road, down the road, is going to try to, the enemy and the adversary is going to try to put stumbling blocks in your way. And that way you're going to have to denounce some of this stuff, and you're going to have to get delivered from some things. And we all have had to do it. They can tell you when we're moving out of our comfort zone and going to and getting to the next level. Hey, I've had to do it. You have to, that spiritual warfare. It's a battle every day. You're fighting you don't want to be in war, but it's like, there it is. Those principalities and wickedness in high places is there to do something for your next level. Somebody can get sick. You can be diagnosed with something from the doctor, or he can tell you this, or they can tell you that. And it knocks you off. And then, hey, you got to go and try to eat right. And you got to do things differently with your diet. And then you got to come up with another routine for this. And then you got to time management that. So I'm going to tell you, the road is not easy, but you can be fruitful and multiply if you change your life and change the familiarity of your existence, your surroundings, and do those things that's going to help you in a positive light. That's all I'm saying. So stop wasting your ideas and be fruitful and multiply, because there are many things that's blocking us. You don't have to tell me. You can just be to thine own self, be true. I'm willing to bet you, because I know I've been there. Just when I'm at the peak of my my existence, things has come to try to sidetrack you. I know you've felt it before too. You've had it. You've experienced it yourself. I know you have. I'm telling you, I know it. You don't have to tell me, but I know you have. And like I said, to thine own self be true. Because if we are going to reach higher heights and get to the next level, we are going to have to move away from the familiarity and the things that is causing us to stay stagnant in our development and in our get into our next level, and all those wonderful things that God has created us to be, to do and be. Just like, yesterday I celebrated my 8 years, and I didn't get on social media at all yesterday. July 4th was my 8 years on being on my live stream and doing things in my business. And I've met some amazing people that I'm still connected with now. I stepped out there and scared in my comfort zone, just trying to get out of my comfort zone and just afraid. Actually, it was 2016, and I think during that time Periscope was I think I started getting on Periscope like 2015 a little bit, and I was just scared out of my wits too. But I got on Facebook Live, and I know Thesha Jenkins, she helped me to get out of my little fear with that going live. And so I'm foreverly grateful for her, when starting out. And today she and I are still friends. She had called me one time. I wanted to come here. She was thinking about coming here doing a workshop, and I still hope she do come here and do it. She had called me she was going to think about doing it last year, I think it was. But yeah, but anyway, just being connected and being in circles with people are like-minded, because a lot of us, let's face it, we have people in our lives that they really just don't think like us. They don't, they're not motivated like us. And we don't have to, get rid of them, or we don't have to do that, but we have to learn how to set boundaries. And especially if we want to move the needle in our lives, we got to set the boundaries on people that no longer serve us and no longer help us get to the next level. So, but that is another way too. And I will be back on later on today talking about some things too. But yeah, I'm able. I was trying to reach a goal, y'all, over there on TikTok. So I had followers on TikTok, but I just really hadn't been pushing it. So I want to be able to go live. And now I've reached my goal. I think you have to have 1,000 followers before you can go live. So I reached my goal for that and working. Been doing that for the last week. And look, I've achieved it. And I said I was going to achieve it by tomorrow, but I did it by today. So yeah, celebrate me on that. On that tip. But I'm gonna be going over there giving some business content too, and then when I'm over here doing live, I'm just gonna run them simultaneously and let everything be at one time. So anyway, but that is what I wanted to share with you. Stop wasting your ideas and be fruitful and multiply, because with your idea, I'm gonna say this right here to you, your ideas is bound to be fruitful, and you can multiply. What I mean is you can serve more with your ideas. You can serve more clients. You can serve the masses more. You can serve, but you have to stop wasting your ideas and get and do the things that need to be done to move the needle in your life to get to the next level. And some of those things I mentioned earlier, you go back and listen to this again, because I will leave it up. Just be fruitful and multiply, and you can be that. You can be fruitful and you can multiply at the same times, all in the same day, if you want to, by doing some of those things that I said to you. Because I'm gonna tell you, in my life, I've seen it. I'm not talking from textbook. I'm talking from whole life experiences. If you know some of the things that even when I get on here and I tell you I'm going through, you'll be like, wow, girl, how in the world are you able to just pull yourself, just pull yourself together to get out here and do some of these things and say some of these things to us and encourage us when you need encouraging yourself. So, but I don't let my personal experiences get in the way of what God has called me to do for the people that he's called me to do them for. And he's called me to help because I know my purpose and I know that he's going to see me through it, but I don't have to shortchange the vision and shortchange the purpose for my life because I'm going through these personal issues. You see what I'm saying? So that is where, that's where I get my strength from. And I have people that I can call and talk to, and they encourage me and they tell me that it's going to be okay, Sandy. And they really pour into me. I can't do this alone. I'm going to be honest with you. I cannot do it alone, and I don't want to do it alone, but I do know that God has everything for us where we need it and who we need to get it from. He's going to put those people, and he's going to get those people to circle you and put their arms around you when you need it most. The world doesn't even have to know what you're going through, but those people that he assigned to your life, if they know and they are there for you on their assignment, that's all you will need. And remember that. That's all you're going to need. Okay? So stop wasting your ideas. Be fruitful and multiply. You need my services. You know I'm here. Okay? And I'm going to talk a little bit more today about what are some of these things. But I just want to just let you marinate with this in this morning with this motivation on this podcast here about stop wasting your ideas and be fruitful and multiply, because we're going to start talking about, okay, what does that really look like? It look like a lot of things. It look like, your structure of your business together. One, it looks like you having your things together on a, oh boy, it looks like preparing yourself to even, getting the funding that's out here for you, preparing yourself to get a government contract, preparing yourself to get your business together so where people can know your digital blueprint, putting it together and working in your business, working on your business, getting the team together, knowing that you're going to need a team in the next 6 months. And you preparing now by getting the information out there, preparing your job, your job search, preparing that, learning how to hire employees, learning what you're going to need for your businesses, learning all of the things that you're going to need, learning how to price your products and services, learning how to make sure that you're going to make a profit, learning what kind of softwares you're going to need in order to be able to make this happen, learning what's going to be needed for you on a day-to-day basis in your business, and learning how to just stay positive along the way, and learning how to manage your finances along the way. Those are the things that we have to discuss, and those are the things we're going to talk about too along the way. And then also, I want you guys to think about getting into this program that I am developing, and we're going to do a 6-week program. I'm going to do 6 weeks each, and I'm going to work closely with a group of you, whoever, those that want to, get into the program. We'll be working 6 weeks to help you. And I'm going to hold your hand in a sense that you're going to do the work, but I'm going to hold your hand and make sure that you're doing what you need to do so where you can get out here and stop wasting your ideas and being fruitful and multiplying. Okay. All righty. So we'll talk later. And thanks this morning. I hope that this information helped you. I've talked long enough. Okay. Okay. All right. Y'all have a beautiful morning, and we will be talking later today. And just remember to stop wasting your ideas and be fruitful and multiply. All right. Bye-bye.